Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what makes you insecure? Why? I always feel like I'm winging it. I never feel like I'm good at something and constantly fear someone will notice. Edit, as strange as getting positive feedback feels. Thank you for the awards, kind strangers. Imposter syndrome. I get that at work as an electrician. I constantly feel like I don't know as much as I should or as much as my co-workers. I read about that a few times, but also don't consider myself smart enough to have that, so ____ probably comes in a combo pack with being unable to accept positive feedback. I can't get myself to think it's anything more than the other person trying to be nice. Whenever I realize that the perception I have of myself is very different than the way people actually see me, it makes me feel like a very different person. This is one of the basic precepts of the self and self-perception philosophy and psychology. It's hard to format this in Reddit, but basically there are 4 perceptions of self at work laid out in a 2x2 matrix. Your perception of self. Others' perception of you. Your perception of what others think of you. Others' perception of your perceived self-image, sometimes stated as what you think other people think you believe about yourself. Although obviously judgment is possible in all facets I laid out here, we tend to wallow in #3 and often #4, which can be the most dangerous. An example would be, I was so nervous at that party, I said some awkward stuff to those girls, and now everyone thinks I'm socially awkward and shy and nobody wanted to be friends with some insecure weirdo. When we state our ideas about #4 as fact, we are nearly always wrong due to the sheer number of communication and translation errors implicit in knowing what others think about what we think about ourselves. Not only can they not see into your head, you can't see into theirs either. Only by communicating can we even attempt to correct these errors, and we are notoriously bad at aligning to one truth about anything, much less something so personal. Maybe in your life you might encounter a few people that get you if you're lucky. It's much more productive to focus on repairing #1, as it's the only sphere entirely within your control. You control how you feel about yourself. It's possible for it to not match what others think of you, and that's okay. Sometimes, if you upgrade how you feel about yourself, others may notice and it will also upgrade #3 and #4 over time. Thinking about this stuff doesn't necessarily make me less insecure in the moment, but it helps me to understand when I'm fixating on something beyond my control. Some people are just assholes, and they think everyone else is an asshole, or worse, that all non-assholes are weak and pathetic or whatever. Their mental defects are not in fact my problem. I have a love-hate with this. It can be eye-opening and help me be more self-aware. It can also help me realize I should drop someone. It's comforting and terrifying for me. Comforting because I have a very low perception of myself and generally from what I'm told most people have a good perception of me. Terrifying because I have a low perception of myself and worry that others might too. Fuck anxiety. I feel like I should have accomplished more at my age. I'm 25, having $550 in my bank account, no friends or career. I'm 26 with like $70. You're doing all right. Despite the countless number of applications / virtual interviews I've been on, I've been unemployed since the start of quarantine. Took me 3.5 months to find a job and I was overqualified for most, hitting it every day, tons of interviews. Just don't give up. It's an employer's market RN, so they can be subjective and picky. It's just a numbers game. Lol, it's always an employer's market. They have all the power, we're the ones asking, begging, for them to let us in so we don't starve. Edit, Reddit and thinking IT is somehow immune from the same issue. It's certainly better in IT, but you're still competing with hundreds of applicants for skilled labor that doesn't require very many people. You're getting interviews, so you must be doing something right. Less than perfect teeth. 2020 masks are a positive thing for me. My teeth are messed up. They're crooked, and there have been times when a piece of a tooth fell off. Was that time a week ago? And are you me? Removed. This is kinda stupid, but in Mola City, Mexico, the prices are much cheaper than in America to get teeth done. It where you live and it could be useless info and a lot just to get teeth done, but it's true. Edit, if you're seeing this now, I didn't think this was going to get a lot of attention. Mola City is just the nickname, it's called Vicente Guerrero. A lot of Americans go there, it was just an suggestion, sorry. https://news-sky-com.cdn.amp/project.org/v/news.sky.com/story amp/Mexico's Mola City where Americans go for affordable dental care -10944822 amp_js_v equals a6 and amp_xa equals 1 and usk equals mq331 akafq arabia %3d hash error equals 1602 1400239 583 and amp_ct equals 1602 140037165 and xc equals 1 and referrer equals https %3 2 degrees Fahrenheit %2 f www.google.com and amp_tf equals from %20 251 24s and ampsherry equals https %3 2 degrees Fahrenheit %2 fnews.sky.com %2 story %2 Mexico's Mola City where Americans go for affordable dental care -10944822. I live in Texas, so this is honesty super helpful, thank you. It's not your fault. Thank you so much. I know it's not, but I just can't get myself to not obsess about it. I'm afraid to choose the music when there are other people around. I always feel like people will judge me on my musical choices. Oh my god, same. I personally feel like I have decent taste in music because I listen to almost everything, but I'm terrified that people won't like what I play. I don't think I ever truly loved anyone. I'm 31 now. My family thinks I should get married soon. I don't even know how that's going to happen. I was 31 when I fell in love for the first time. It was worth the wait. Chances are you need to fall in love with yourself first. What does this mean? How does it work? People say this, but I never understand how suddenly I'd feel an illuminating capacity for love of another person. Maybe you want to look into the aromatic community. I felt very insecure and broken about never being in love before until I stumbled upon the word for it, and, although I still struggle with the fear of getting old and dying forever alone, it helps me to feel understood and less alone altogether. My dumb ass read it as aromatic at first and went, YTF, would smelling good make you love someone? A very good friend of mine has a grandma that isn't actually her grandma but just the old lady that lives next door since she was little. This lady is now in her 80s and has never married or had children, but she is everything but alone. She has a strong social net and plenty of people who care about her. It's not failing in life to never get married, and it does not mean that you will die alone. Making phone calls. I know I am bad at explaining things. It's something I am working on. But when talking on the phone, I can't see your face to see if you are understanding what I am saying. I don't have any visual cues for if you agree or disagree with what I am saying. I find it very stressful. I had a job in a call center for 3 months and I still feel you. Pictures of me. I don't like how I look. I never take selfies, never posted a picture of myself on social media, hate getting my pictures taken. I always avoid group photos. Hey man, you're just not your own type. You are someone else's though. Talking to people about how I feel. I was a US Marine, served in Afghanistan, my parents are distant and my in-laws are super into the hypermasculine portrayal of men. When I was put into treatment for PTSD for the first time, they looked down on me. They don't view me the same, 3 years later. I'm no longer the golden child. I always feel like my mental health is used against me. By my wife, my family, everyone who knows. So I keep it hidden so people don't judge me immediately. I have no one to talk to, so I just have to internalize it. Everything I am, both positive and negative, has to be packed away. Sorry for the rant. Edit, holy s at dollar, and this got apartment more visibility than I'd imagined. Thank you all for your kind words and encouragement. I promise I'll respond as soon as I can. I often refer to the internet as my people. By God, you've proven to me today that you are indeed my people. Thank you so much. I'm beside myself. Edit 2, guys. I'm flawed. Thank you for the flood of DMs, the awards and the kind words. It's going to take a minute to get through it all. I've often said that the internet houses both the best and worst of humanity. You've proven to be in the first group. D. What the fuck? That's legit horrible, man. I am sorry. I hope you can at least talk to a friend or a therapist or anyone who will listen. I can't even imagine how hard it must be for you. Had to get a civilian psychiatrist since the VA one sucked. Tried CBT and stuff and it didn't take. Maybe one day I'll have enough leave to go to a therapist. My insurance is good, it's just finding one and getting the leave to actually go. Goft job is pretty strict about leave and such. Thank you for the kind words. It feels great to me just getting it off my chest. I feel better.